and welcome to my first interview. I'm hoping there's going to be lots of these. I'm with Erika Van Der Meer, and she has a business called Aurora, which is all about health and beauty, and she's very kindly offered to come and give you some advice for any challenges in life that you're going through. And I'm going to ask her the same questions that I'm going to ask everybody. Erika, what was your biggest challenge in life?
Well, I had to pick one, but the one that's clearest to talk about is that I have been involved in a car accident.
Okay.
When I was 21, and killed an 18-year-old girl. So there was, especially being in that age, quite traumatic.
Very, yes.
Yeah.
So the girl was a friend of yours, or?
No. So I was in the car, and she and her girlfriend were walking, and it was a dark stretch of road, no lighting, and there was no shoulder on the road, and they were dark clothes and huddled in an umbrella, dark and black. So it was a dark night, raining.
Yes.
So I didn't even see it.
Oh.
I just heard a bang.
Oh,
That
how
was it.
awful. So of the first message we need to take from this, obviously, is please wear visible clothing, and if you are walking on the road, wear some reflective clothing or keep in the lights, because we hear about this all the time.
And walk on the right side of the road, because that's the thing, they were walking
on the wrong side
with the traffic and not against it, so they never saw me coming.
No. So how did that make you feel? That must have been just dreadful.
It was. At first it was like chaos, because before I realised what had happened, and the girlfriend was kept screaming, and I was the one that had to do something. So I just went into, okay, I need to act, I went to the nearest house, and I remember that it felt like it took ages before somebody finally opened their door. And I was just like, you need to call an ambulance, you need to call the police, because I hit someone. And then I ran back to keep the friend safe.
Yeah.
And so my first instincts were just doing what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And then people started to, cars stopped. It was late at night, so there wasn't a lot of traffic, but finally there were some people coming, and the people from the house, and the police arrived. And it wasn't until somebody said, oh, have you called anybody? And no. And they took me to their place. Yeah. And then I called my husband, and as soon as he was on the phone, it was like, woof, I couldn't talk, I could just cry.
So what effect did that have you over your, have on you over your life?
It took me many years to get over it. First you go in a mode of not living at all.
Right, so you were just like numb.
You're numb, you're very numb. What everybody says is, well, it goes over your head. I was very scared in the beginning. I did not pick up the phone, I didn't open the door, there was always someone with me.
Okay.
And Jack was really good, my husband, he was really good actually. And after a couple of days, it was late evening, I said, okay, we're going out for a walk.
Right.
It was after 10, so there's nobody on the street, but it was like everybody was watching from behind the curtains, and everybody knew what I'd done.
Yeah.
And it was really scary, but you can't stay inside forever.
So it was like a feeling of guilt and shame, even though there was, it was a complete accident.
Yes, even though everybody told me like there was nothing you could have done to avoid it. But for me it didn't feel like that.
No.
It did feel as guilt, and I still today I see it as I killed someone. But even if there was absolutely nothing, no way I could have avoided it. As I say, by the time I just saw some dark blob.
Yeah.
And at the same moment it was bang, and my windscreen broke and came in, and I had no clue what happened.
So what tools did you use to overcome that eventually?
Talk to a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate because it's so long ago. There weren't really organisations in place or counselling, or that didn't quite happen these days.
Right.
But I was fortunate that a lot of people were willing to talk to me and let me tell my story.
Yes.
And that's been a great help for me.
And I find that a lot with my clients. A lot of it is they just want to tell you,
Yes.
but be able to tell you exactly how they feel without any judgment, without you trying to solve the problem, because you can't necessarily solve it.
No.
So it's just actually finding someone that you can just talk. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. And start living again. That is really difficult, to get back to your normal life, to your normal routine. I had to get back in the car because otherwise I couldn't go to work.
No.
So I had to get over that.
Yeah.
I had no choice,
No.
but it was
Slowly,
good. It's in a way, sometimes a bit being forced, but I needed to be forced to do these things and to live normal life, because there was nothing I could do. I couldn't change it.
No.
I couldn't go back.
No.
And so I had to
go forward. And that's one very important thing, and I'm sure you agree that the whole idea of my Facebook page as well is to get these connections, to get people on there that have had experiences, that people that need to talk, that we can maybe get together and have coffees or even over the phone and just say, hey, I just need to talk to someone, because Facebook and just typing it doesn't really work. You need that real connection. Would you agree?
Yeah, you need someone to be there and let you talk and let you cry, because that's one big thing. You need to let it out. And yes, you say you can't do that by writing something on Facebook. No. It is not the same as the personal touch and that personal connection. And even if it's just a hug, holding, and that's a big thing. It makes you feel safe, because you don't feel safe.
No, that's true.
You're very vulnerable. And if someone just hugs you, just holds you, that makes such a difference.
And says, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so the more we do that, it is all about connections. And so I'd like to build a community, and even if we can't physically meet, I'd like to do some times that we meet for coffee for those that are in Tauranga or the Umokoroa area or Bay of Plenty. But for those of you that are overseas, because I have clients that are overseas, connecting maybe just like this on a video conference where you can actually talk to someone and know that whatever you say is confidential, know that you can say what you want, and know that you can cry, as Erika rightly says. Actually being able to cry and let it out is so healing.
It is, yeah. And what you said earlier as well, not being judged.
Yes.
That's looking back, I feel like I have been quite lucky with that.
That's great.
That people didn't judge, and that I even got from all kind of, even the council, when after months it came into council, and someone who heard of that, I can't remember who it was, but said, hey, it's been discussed in council, and they agreed that there was nothing you could have done. It's a dangerous road.
Right.
It's like just the wrong time, wrong place. Yeah.
And that must be like a sense of relief again, just to validate that you hadn't done anything
it
deliberately.
Exactly. It helps. Yeah. No, absolutely.
And so you've chosen a profession now where you're doing beauty and healing. Do you think that's had something to do with that being able to give back?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Being my personality anyway is helping. It's always been but yeah, it definitely makes a difference to have had that experience where people were there for me.
Yeah.
And now to be able to give back to others, like, hey, I can be there now for others.
And you find your clients talk to you about things, and
real easy.
That's great.
I'm sometimes amazed and blown away about how quickly they overcome that barrier and start talking about things that, oh my, really personal.
Yeah. But I guess they pick up on your aura, that you're easy to talk to, and that you're not non-judgmental. So. So if there's any advice you could give our listeners, what would be the key thing that you would say to them if they're going through a similar thing, a traumatic memory or experience, or the guilt and the shame, or
so find help. And I think nowadays with studios further, there's so much help you can get in counselling, and Kimberly as well. So find these ways, but also in your friends and family, find these connections and these people that are willing to sit down with you, and not once or twice, but over and over, to sit down and talk with you about what happened and how it is. And because it is a very, very, very long road.
Yes.
It took me many years until the first day passed that I actually didn't think about it.
Right. Yes.
Because you get
every day
triggers every day. You see cars driving, you hear something on the radio, you read something in the newspaper, and it triggers.
Yeah, that's the subconscious mind imprinting, holding on to it, definitely.
And that takes years.
Yeah. So. Did you find that some people, or you felt that some people avoided you because they didn't know what to say, or
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so if you've got friends that are going through that, who are suffering from depression, or they've had something traumatic, it doesn't matter if you don't know what to say, because actually they just want to talk.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, just that hug, that feel your warmness, that you're there for them, and that is enough.
Because you're not expecting an answer, are you?
Well,
you just want to talk it out, and
you know they don't have the answer.
Yeah.
You know that they can't understand what you've been through.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they are there. Yeah, that's the warmth and their presence is important.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Erika. It's been really interesting for opening up on this video.
Yeah, I hope it is helpful for anybody out there.
Definitely. And if you want to come for some wonderful healing or health, Aurora is located in Tauranga, whereabouts?
In Otamutai.
Otamutai.
So always open to talk to anybody and connect with anyone. So
And I'll put Erika's details on the post, so if you want to get in touch with her, then you'll be able to through that. Thank you so much for our first interview. Yay!
Yeah, it went well.
Thank you.